An Assyrian ritual tells of the steps in laying out the furnace. When you set out the plan of a furnace, you will choose a favorable day in a favorable month. While they build the furnace, you will watch and labor yourself. You will place embryos in the furnace chapel. No stranger may enter, nor impure person walk before them. You will offer up to them due libations. The day that you place ore in the furnace, you will perform a sacrifice before the embryo. You will place there a censer with incense of pine. As the bronze reaches its melting point at 2,000 degrees, impurities rise to the surface and are skimmed off. The first bronze alloys may have resulted from copper and tin ores occurring together naturally. Modern bronzes have a higher copper content and are alloyed with zinc and silicon as well as tin. The long process comes down to the moment when molten metal is poured into the molds. When the molds have cooled slightly, they can be broken out. All that was wax is now bronze. The piece bears little resemblance to a finished sculpture. Chasing, welding, polishing, and patina will complete the process. Without the aid of power tools, early artisans spent endless hours grinding surfaces smooth. Because melting bronze was possible only in the furnace, joining sections of sculpture was even more challenging. Parts were attached by a painstaking mechanical method. Sections were cast to fit like pieces of a puzzle. Holes were drilled and pins driven through to hold the pieces in place. Then the seams were carefully peened with a hammer and polished until the joint was invisible. An electric arc does the job much more quickly. In many ways, technology has made bronze casting more accessible. But understanding the process only deepens the respect one feels for the craftsman who first performed it. It makes it easier to comprehend the wonder they felt, which gave rise to the ritual and mythology surrounding metalwork. The myth recurs in various forms throughout primitive cultures. Metal is the perfected form of embryonic ore in the earth. The tradition of metallurgical mystery gave rise to alchemy. The alchemists believed that if ore could become metal, then metal could be perfected still further and become gold. The last step is the patina. Various chemicals react with the surface of the metal and change its composition. The color depends on the chemical and how it's applied. Hot water washes off the solution and stops the reaction. When it's dry, the surface can be polished down to the desired amount of color. The unseen shaping of all that lives and grows generates a longing to be shapers ourselves. A shaper learns from the processes of nature. The embryo grows inside the egg, and from this nurturing shell emerges the swan. It's morning, swan. Wake up. Climb in the air. Follow me. I know of a country that spiritual flatness does not control, nor constant depression, and those alive are not afraid to die. There wildflowers come up through the leafy floor, and the fragrance of I am she floats on the wind. There the bee of the heart stays deep inside the flower and cares for no other thing.